Hello and welcome to the Star Wars After Show presented by Verizon. I'm Andy Gutierrez, co-host of the Star Wars Show. And this week on the show, we're sharing our thoughts on the brand new Rogue One trailer, the new Rogue One poster, and the just announced Dr. Aphra Marvel comic. Joining me this week is my esteemed panel of Lucasfilm employees and Star Wars fans, Leland Shee, story executive from the Lucasfilm Story Group, Justin Bolger, cool social media dude for StarWars.com, and Kara Pardo, executive assistant for Lucasfilm Story Group and general awesome lady. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So let's just get straight to it. Rogue One trailer.
I know, I have an idea of what I want people, how I want people to react to this, and getting to knowing what they're gonna see. I'm just so excited for everybody else.
You know, it's always so fun just getting online right after it drops and watching people talk like you've been doing all day.
As a big Star Wars fan, you like it when other people get to play with your toys and you can kind of share them. So this trailer in particular, I thought, did a really good job of pitching the story to people who may not think that they want to come see a Star Wars movie. So watching people who say that they aren't Star Wars fans get really excited about this is really cool, because now we all get to talk and play with this really cool thing.
Yeah, I think it will open up the saga to a lot of new people.
I mean, kind of building off of that, I really liked how this trailer kind of fleshed out the script a little bit more. And I think it really solidified Jyn's character as, you know, a leader. And I think her kind of really stepping up in this trailer into that leadership role and kind of inspiring the rest of the group. Like, I'm really excited for that. She seems so confident in her character. And so, like, at the end when she, like, the music swells and she's giving everybody, you know, words of encouragement, like, I totally found myself getting amped up for that. And so I'm really excited to see that.
Were there any other parts of the trailer that really stuck out to you? Any little details that made you go, yes! The statue!
I don't even know what it is. It's like a Jedi thing, but it was like the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, that's so cool!
It took me a few times to notice that. You had to point it out.
It's certainly something that you don't expect, and a lot of people, I'm sure, have not even seen it still. So you look at that desert scene, and if you look, you can see, oh, that's a lightsaber, and that's a figure, and so
it's a really beautiful
shot.
Yeah,
and it just shows you the scope of what the story might possibly be.
It covers a lot of ground in the trailer, I think, too. Like, it goes to a lot of different locations.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, the rain shot.
Yeah, the palm trees and, like, the jungly sort of stuff isn't something we've really ventured into in the films. So that's going to be interesting, too.
Yeah. One of the things I really enjoyed about the trailer is the symbolism. First of all, the statue being on Jedha is buried partially in the sand to the point that you can't even see it at first in many cases unless somebody points it out to you. That's a metaphor for Palpatine and the Empire burying the religion of the Jedi throughout the galaxy.
Certainly, and we've heard it from Gareth Edwards that there's no Jedi here to save you in this film.
Exactly. So you know why, you know, people like Admiral Mahdi in A New Hope make fun of Vader and talk about his sorcerer's ways. If the galaxy is forgotten about the Jedi and the Empire is actively suppressing that knowledge, then, I mean, that's what metaphor is.
And as our, you know, resident Imperial sympathizer.
What? I can talk about that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. This is a thing.
We need to talk about this.
I mean, obviously it starts with Krennic.
It does.
Because he's our new sort of villain.
He's so cool.
He's very cool.
He's so cool.
Beyond Krennic, I was saying this when we watched the trailer earlier for the first time, I love that everything in this trailer frames the Empire as being oppressive.
Yes.
Like, all of these shots have people looking up at the Empire. There's that shot of the Jedha ground, and then it goes up and there's a Star Destroyer over you. There's an AT-ST in what looks like a marketplace, again, looming down on you. The Death Star is looming over a planet. Yeah. This trailer does, and presumably the movie, does a really good job of making the Empire seem like this huge thing that needs to be confronted.
And we get a lot of that from the responses of the Rebel characters, too. You have that sort of briefing room scene, and there's the character saying, what chance do we have? One of the cool things about what we get from this trailer is you really get to see how much of an underdog the Rebels are.
Yeah. And when Cassian says his line, was it, make 10 men seem like 100?
Yeah.
That's something that I think resonates throughout Star Wars as a whole, because we're actually looking at a very small subset of what's going on in the galaxy. The Empire seems so huge and oppressive right now, and yes, it is big and oppressive, but because we're looking at it through the lens of these people in the market or on the planet here and not looking at, like, the huge, overwhelming galactic conflict.
And they're normal people, too.
Yeah.
You don't see anybody with lightsabers. They don't have force powers. These are people that whatever circumstances have sort of brought them there to have to fight this huge monolithic empire.
From all things that I've seen, this movie is not about Vader. And I know a lot of people really want to see him in it, so it's nice that we got the little taste.
I like that he's vague in the trailer. Like, I like that it really focuses on the specific.
And I love that shot where he's coming in through the smoke, and he's just sort of, the lights coming in from behind him.
Yeah, Vader in the original trilogy has a stride. You see it in Empire Strikes Back when he comes into Echo Base. He's got, I don't even know what to call it except like a boss walk. And he does it again in this trailer when he comes through the smoke. It's like, okay, I don't need you to say anything. You are all presence, and I got it.
That's kind of where he has his power from. Like, he's got swagger, it's true.
So moving on to another awesome Rogue One reveal we had on the show was the first look at the new poster.
Which was so awesome that they got to reveal it on the show.
Yeah, and Gareth came by, and that guy's so cool. He's such a cool guy, so that was really fun. And the poster's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
I like that if you look closely, Vader is looming just behind her in the shadows. You can't really see him if you look at it quickly.
And you've got the Death Star back there as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of symbolism.
I mean, honestly, there is. Most of the characters are looking towards the right side of the poster, whereas Saw Gerrera, who represents the Clone Wars and the beginning of everything, is looking to the other side.
Wow.
Oh my God, we didn't even talk about Saw in the trailer. There's so much going on.
What happened to Saw's foot?
Did he talk to Darth Maul's robot leg designer? Because they look kind of the same to me. Yeah, Saw's looking.
Been fighting a long time.
Yeah, the war never ended for him. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and that's consistent with who he was. I mean, he was always a fighter.
Yeah.
His name is Saw.
So yeah, okay, cool.
He's got an edge.
Now that we addressed Saw, because we have to. Sorry, we can go back to the poster. I don't know. My favorite part was in Jin's face. You can see some sort of schematic or display panel, and I really enjoyed that. I think it's a neat little touch, sort of like the subtle Vader thing going on. And I know that people are going to try and dissect what that is, and that's going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah, I like that it looks more grounded, which is basically the movie itself. We were talking about the Struzan posters, which to me have always looked very mythic, no matter what he's doing. If it's Star Wars or Indiana Jones, there's a timeless quality to Struzan art. And I think that the Rogue One poster looks a little bit more normal, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It just looks grounded in the kind of grittiness or the straightforwardness, I guess.
And you get a lot of that with sort of the color palette. It's sort of like these light blue colors.
Yeah.
You don't have these hot colors like maybe you saw on the TFA poster.
But as somebody else said too, it does kind of mimic the Drew Struzan, that kind of triangular shape that we're so used to, that evokes the feel of Star Wars.
Moving on to another awesome announcement we had today. Dr. Aphra is getting her own comic series, which is huge because she's the first character created just for comics that is getting their own series.
So excited about that. I mean, just over the course of the Vader series, we really have gotten to know Aphra.
She touches on something that makes characters very popular in Star Wars, is they're not morally perfect.
Right.
You know, she's got that Han Solo thing about her where she's not necessarily a good person, but you're still rooting for her.
Yeah, I mean, she's sort of like the Belloc of Star Wars, where she's not looking to put the stuff in a museum. She's looking for, what's going to help her get through life.
But wouldn't that be the coolest job ever, being a space archaeologist?
Not working for Darth Vader. She's a really brash character.
But it's kind of cool working for Darth Vader because, you know what, he gives you access to all this stuff that
comes at a price,
no one else.
Especially, she obviously knows how to play her cards. She's paying attention, so it's all part of the plan.
And she's got a great group of friends, partners, I don't know if you call them allies, whatever. Sometimes they're trying to kill her, sometimes they're trying to save her. They have, you've got the two droids which have
they're so great.
Their programming is just so bizarre.
And then the anti-Chewie.
Who again, he's out for himself, but you know what? If there's sort of profit in it, he's going to be there.
Well, and I know that fans of the Vader comic are going to be really excited to see that continue on because it was really well loved and it came to a good close.
And it's great to have Kieran Gillen working on the Dr. Aphra because really those characters are his. I mean, so giving him the chance to live with these characters for the foreseeable future was great.
today's a big day. There's a big day. There's a lot going on.
It was a huge show yesterday.
It really was. It really was. And thank you all for watching the Star Wars After Show presented by Verizon. We'll be back next week with another brand new episode. But if you want more Star Wars show, be sure to check out youtube.com/Star Wars or starwars.com and download the Star Wars app. Thanks again, and may the Force be with you.